So you want to know when this unprecedented seller's market we've been in housing is coming to an end? Well, I'm here to tell you, it's already started. You just haven't fully noticed the impact of it yet. And to learn why, well, you got to catch the rest of the video. So let's get to it. Welcome to the Living in Oakland, California channel. I'm Rich Fleming, your local realtor, and I'm here to teach you everything you need to know about living, working, playing, sleeping, eating, whatever in Oakland and the rest of the San Francisco East Bay. I get a ton of people who reach out to me with questions about what it's like to live here, what they need to know to transition here, how do they plan their move here, and I absolutely love it. That is why I do these videos. So if you've got questions, you know what to do. Drop me a text, send me an email, give me a call, whatever works for you, because when it comes to helping you transition to Oakland and the rest of the San Francisco East Bay, I got your back. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the red hot seller's market we've been experiencing over the last year to year and a half, and some of the factors which are causing this seller's market to come to an end. You just haven't started seeing the impact of these factors in the marketplace yet. So hopefully within the next 6 months or so, we'll move towards more of a normal real estate market. So let's jump into it. So one of the most common questions I get from my clients, both buyers and sellers, is when is this seller's market going to come to an end? And it has been an incredible seller's market. We have fundamentally been in a seller's market since about 2016, 2017. But over the last year or year and a half, it has just been an astounding seller's market. Question is, when is it going to end? Are we in a bubble? What's going to cause it to change? And that's what we're going to talk about today. So one of the most common myths about the current state of the seller's market is that there just aren't enough homes for sale. The inventory is lacking, no one wants to sell their home. But when you actually go and look at the data, since the beginning of the pandemic, there have been a record number of homes sold in the United States. So then the next thing that people tell me is that, oh, well, that might be across all of the United States, but here in the Bay Area, there's just not enough homes for sale. There's just, no supply of homes. But once again, if you look at the data from the California Association of Realtors, you will see home sales over about the last year are up about anywhere from 25% or so to about 35%. So the number of homes being sold is at all-time record levels. But the real challenge that we have faced in this current seller's market is not the supply side. It's on the demand side. The demand for homes has reached a level that we have never experienced before. And what is the driver of that demand? It's simple: interest rates. Interest rates since the beginning of the pandemic have been at a low level that has never been experienced before. So if you look at the mortgage interest rate history charts, you will see since 2018, interest rates actually decreased about 2 full percentage points. That has taken interest rates, or it did take interest rates to a point where you could get a 30-year fixed mortgage for under 3%. Now, why does that matter? Well, interest rates is the #1 driver of demand for homes in the United States. Look at the impact of interest rates. For every 1% increase or decrease in the mortgage interest rate, you are increasing or decreasing someone's buying power. The price of the home that someone can afford, you are changing that by about 11%. So when you look at about 2% decrease in interest rates, you have increased people's purchasing power by 20 to 25% or so. That is what is driving the current seller's market. It is purely interest rates. So we are not in a situation like the previous housing bubble in 2006, 2007, 2008. And that is because back then, home sales and the price of homes was driven by easy credit. Well, anyone who's applied for a mortgage knows that getting a mortgage now is a little bit of work. It's not as simple as it was 10, 12, 15 years ago. But what is different now is interest rates are very low. That has brought more people into the market, and those who are already in the market are moving up in their price points. So now that we've discussed the factors that have gone into really creating this unprecedented seller's market, let's talk about some of the factors that are working in conjunction to bring that seller's market to an end. The first factor we're going to talk about is the most obvious and probably the biggest driving factor: an increase in interest rates. Now, if we go back to the historical chart of mortgage interest rates, you'll see in the last few months, mortgage interest rates are starting to increase a little bit, and they are anticipated to continue to increase. So if you are a believer that interest rates will increase, then based on what we talked about earlier, people's buying power as those interest rates increase will be decreased. This has a dramatic effect on the seller's ability to demand higher prices. Now, the second factor we need to consider when looking at how the real estate market is changing is the potential increase in the number of homes for sale due to mortgage delinquencies. Now, the pandemic has obviously had a significant financial impact on a lot of people, a negative impact on a lot of people. And the question is how do they transition back into the normal economy? According to the Mortgage Brokers Association, there are about 2.2 million people in the United States who are delinquent on their mortgages. And about half of those people are 12 months or more late on their mortgage. They are either delinquent or in forbearance for more than 12 months. Now, historically, the percentage of people who successfully come out of that situation after being in it for more than 12 months is very small. Now, the government is making very strong efforts to make sure that the negative financial impacts are not nearly as bad as they were back in the early 2000s. But still, there is a significant chance that a number of people facing this situation will choose or be forced to sell their home. This will cause an increase in the supply of housing. So the third factor that a lot of people haven't really considered or thought about in looking at the housing market is a significant demographic change in the United States. That change is the retirement of baby boomers. So starting in about 2019 or so, we started hitting a period where baby boomer retirement age, we'll say 65, is hitting its peak. And it is about to hit its peak probably in about 2022, 2023. So it is a major factor that may cause a significant amount of real estate to come onto the market. Now, why do you say that, Rich? Well, if you look at the data, baby boomers control about 50% of all real estate in the United States. So as they hit retirement age and downsize or sell off their real estate portfolio, that transition causes more homes to hit the market. We will be in a situation where people are turning 65 at record rates or above 2018 rates for about the next 20 years. So that's really going to change the number of homes on the market. Now, baby boomers are choosing to work and stay in their homes longer than they used to, but the number of people hitting that 65 or above age marker is so significant, it just has to have an impact on the supply of real estate on the market. So those are the three factors that are coming together to really cause a change in the current seller's market that we're experiencing. So what does that mean for you if you're a buyer or a seller? Well, if you're a buyer, it means that there should be more opportunities for you to find a home in the coming months and years. However, the drawback to that situation is it is likely that interest rates will increase. And what that means for you is even if it does cause a decrease in the price of homes, your payment may not change all that much. It's just the composition of your payment may change. So you're paying less in principal, but more in interest in the future. So I would just recommend that buyers continue looking for a home if that's the stage of life you are in. You can never really outguess the market. Look for a home that fits your needs, and when that opportunity presents itself, jump on it. Now, if you're a seller, the market is definitely going to change, probably not to your advantage. So if you're considering selling, you might want to consider doing it sooner rather than later. The combination of higher interest rates, more homes potentially being on the market due to foreclosures, and baby boomers retiring does not benefit people who are currently considering selling. So if it fits your stage of life, consider selling and maximizing the amount you will get for your property. So that's a quick summary of some of the factors that are causing a change in the current seller's market and will hopefully push us to be more up towards a normal market. But if you've got any questions about anything I covered in this video, or have questions in general about moving to Oakland or the rest of the San Francisco East Bay, you know what to do. Drop me a text, give me a call, send me an email, whatever works for you, because when it comes to helping you transition to Oakland and the rest of the San Francisco East Bay, I got your back. If you liked this video, please hit that thumbs up button so YouTube knows to show it to other people like yourselves. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you know each and every time I put out a new video, and I will catch you in the next video.